Take two. Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Abiotic Factor. In the last episode, we explored more of the adjustment wing here in the labs. We constructed some new stuff after we got some antiverse gems and more liquid crystal. And we're going to continue making some new things before we get out there and explore more of the adjustment wing today. I did play some off-screen, I think 2 or 3 days. I went back to Flat Hill, I did the train again, and I did some maintenance around the base. So let's go ahead and cover those things first, and then we'll start our explorations for this one. So first off, as you can see, I have moved those chests away from here, moved the defense system over a little bit, added a note to tell me if it's on or off, because now I can't even, oh, well, we can barely see the top of the handle to let us know, and it gives us better access to that one, grappling hook? I forget what these are even called. Cloth ropes, apparently, with a grappling hook on the end of it. I've moved our crafting bench to the center here so it can reach all the way over on this side and on the other side of the base. This slight movement should cause no concern because, once again, nothing spawns in this area, so we don't have to worry about covering it. And just give us access to a little more room area that it pulls from over here on this side of the base. For plants, I grew one of those eyeballs that we picked up, or the eyeball that we picked up. Then I broke down the eyeball, fruit that it produced, which looked like figs in a way, just with eyes all over them, and grew another one. We have 4 extra seeds also. We're probably going to want 2 more of these plants in the future. We have some more tulips growing, we have some more antilites stationed around. And I've moved our toilet over here to this corner. As well as I'm beginning to get ready to move an arcade into this section of the base. Lastly, we have 2 new chests over here now. Well, not 2 new chests. We moved those chests over here. And and created a new chest. I forgot entirely that we had this one here holding the traded and crafting stuff that we were picking up. So I will not forget now that we have it in this chest. And that about sums up the movement stuff that I've done. And with that said, let's go ahead and start making some stuff. First off, now that we have access to the gems, we no longer have to worry about water. You might remember that one of the reasons why we're playing on this server in particular is because of how annoying boiling water is. And we would have to do that for all the plants. We'd be spending days of our time, like hours in game, boiling water, making sure the plants are all taken care of. It would be something we'd have to concern ourselves with. We would still have enough water and other stuff to, we're not worried about drinking so much, but the plants would become a concern. And so we circumvent the water by not having to water the plants to help them grow, playing on a dedicated server. However, we will very soon have to worry about that unless we create water filters. Water filters is now something we can create for our farming needs or other needs, because we know how to make. Actually, because we gained, I guess, the refined carbon some time ago. So I believe it needs a refined carbon, a computation brick, we need hydrochloric acid, and a metal barrel. And with this combination, all of our water problems are solved. Mostly. Let's show you how this works. Now, unfortunately, you must have a metal barrel. You cannot use a wooden barrel. At least I don't believe. Oh, I'm sorry. You can use a wooden barrel, but it'll change it to this type of barrel after you create it. So you won't have this fancy top on a wooden barrel. How this works is this. Let's show you it not working, and then we'll show you it work. Obviously. There I go again with the stupid speaking. Number 1. We cannot fill this with tainted water this way. Oh god. Please somebody didn't drink it. Okay, we did not. You're not allowed to fill this so directly. I don't know why you can't, but you can't. To fill this with water, so first off, I guess you can fill it with normal water if you so wished, but it's like, we want to fill it with tainted water, so it converts the tainted water to purified water. To that end, we're going to go ahead and dump out the antijuice we have in this. We will fill this with tainted water. And then we can take this barrel and pour it into this barrel. Done. And just like that, it's converted 10,000 milliliters of tainted water to 10,000 milliliters of good water. Then we can pour that into our wooden barrel back there and just do the same thing again. We no longer have to worry about water at all. In fact, now that we have a water filter, aside from the beehive, I cannot really think of why you would want antijuice. Normal water is used for everything that antijuice would be used for, but can also be used for your farming needs. The biggest difference is when you drink it, antijuice restores twice as much thirst as normal water does. But otherwise, all of our water needs are now taken care of. We no longer have to worry about water whatsoever going forward. And once again, just because I really feel like driving home, we did not need to take Lead Belly. It is not worth the 8 points for your character creation. I mean, by all means, you're playing a thematic character, take it. And if you're having fun taking it, still take it. Play the game to have fun. But if you're looking to do some sort of like a calculation of which skills are the best or not, like, you know, make a tier list, Lead Belly would be one of the lowest ones I would give, at least on a single server. If you're playing alone on a server, maybe in a multiplayer server, it would probably be a little more useful. But even then, we have, by we I mean me and my brothers, have discovered that for our 3-player games, water is still not a concern. If one person's tending to the base, boiling water, growing plants, you know, basically tending to the needs of the base while other people are out adventuring, gathering food and what have you, you will have enough water that you will not need to concern yourself with running out. Okay, now with that said, let's go ahead and have something to eat. Now, viewer, we're going to make it a little exciting for us today. I'm going to do something I know I shouldn't do, or rather arguably should not do, but we're going to do it. And that is, we're going to read first about this strange fruit we see here, and then we're going to go ahead and harvest some. The grayeb. The fruit seems to emit trace amounts of electromagnetic radiation. It's not enough to be harmful, but it might attract unwanted attention. Slightly reduces damage, but draws attention from an unwanted guest. Gives us 12 hunger fill and 15 thirst fill. Gate scientists never quite see eye to eye on whether the grayeb tastes sweet or savory. It seems to vary from person to person. And we've gained a new buff. Resist a bit of damage, but are more alluring to IS-091. Now we know what IS-091 is. That's Lucy, the Layak. Not only are we are more alluring. What does that mean? It means that the timer for her is greatly reduced. Now she will show up about anywhere from 1 minute to about 5 minutes she will appear. So she can show up very rapidly. She can show up closer to us than she normally could, and she might show up already aggressive as well, has been my experience when I eat this. It's a useful fruit to eat because it reduces damage we take, and it can be used in some foods to greatly reduce damage you take. But you will have to worry about her more often. I think we'll make this a little exciting for us by eating that fruit. We'll take a quick nap. And now, we'll finally make those gloves, the biometric gloves. Biometric arm wraps. These arm wraps don't provide much armor, but they do allow the wearer to operate certain weapons. Done. And we'll go ahead and start using them. We should have explained what the carapace armor benefits were also. I apologize about that, viewer. Right, she's not hostile, because she's making the little sounds. She could have appeared just outside the base, around the corner, and immediately been hostile to us. And been charging at us. In which case we would have to run. Obviously. You can leave now. Very good. Okay. Now with these gauntlets, we can now go ahead and use other military weapons. Let's go ahead and use those for a bit instead of our old pistol. We'll try the SMG. And we'll try the Magnum. Now we can't use the rifle. The rifle has a biomimic lock, not a biometric lock. I hate that it's spelled almost exactly the same. It requires us to be level 15 with accuracy, which is awful in order to create them. And I think it requires a biometric set of arm guards, and you upgrade them. But then those arm guards can use both the lower ranked military weapons and the higher ranked ones. Oh, we need ammo for this weapon. This is the reload animation. Whenever you reload this weapon at all, it takes that long to do it. Alright! So let's go back over to the adjustment wing. And we'll explore more of it. Oh, actually we won't. It's 7:50 p.m. I guess we can take this over there and drop it off. Oh, actually, no. We can explore at night. We can do it at night.
Power services for today will be stopping momentarily. If you have any specimens...
We might make this episode a little longer and get another day in, since I would like to explore some of this as well. Alright, in the last episode we also got the rank 3 keypad hacker done. And there's some areas over in the offices that we want to explore. Right. We still have more, we have 2 doors over there that we have not opened up yet, so we'll get that done too. It's funny because, well, I'm thinking to myself that the decreased damage will make some of these battles a little easier. But we still have to worry about the Layak showing up far more often. Alright. Machine gun is good at mid-range combat. The Magnum is one of the more damaging weapons in the game, and is good at medium, well, any range, actually, for the Magnum. And our not military weapon, the Grinder, is good at long range, assuming you can get a good angle. What you're firing at. 2 shots. It's enough to down someone with the Magnum. The good news about using these weapons is that you will improve accuracy very quickly with them. I forgot to bring my dagger. Okay, well then we're gonna have to use our spear to cut up these. We need all the capacitors. We still have quite a few other things that we want to make with them. And I didn't bring my electron grenades. Darn it, I forgot them. So we'll have to start using those maybe tomorrow. We'll chuck 1 or 2 and show you what they're like. Oh, nice. Ambush from behind. We got him. I kind of want a leg and more quills, so I will go ahead and shave him up. We probably should bring back more hearts. We're going to want to upgrade our normal base with the portal suppression field. Oh, Layak's back. Where? Okay, it has to move up to the platform for us to qualify as having line of sight. There we go. No talking at night. Hopefully by now you guys have gotten a good feel for the game. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. It really is a blast to play this. The sense of exploration, the new things, the learning about all the different types of creatures that you're encountering. The feeling that you also need to do less and less, like that the science you're using to create the things to help you. It feels pretty good. I originally wasn't sure that I liked like the water filter originally, but by this point in the game, you don't really want to boil water anymore. So it's a nice thing that you don't actually have to really worry about that any longer. So thankfully not strong enough to break the glass. I guess we'll bring back more pet spits. You can always break them down for bioscrap. And we did bring our radioactive cart after all. So let's explore more of the ground floor. Oh, a monk is fighting a tier 3 bot. We'll get the ambush on this one. I think he's shooting the wall at me. Maybe he has glasses that allow him to do that. I do wish that I could upgrade the SMG's magazine. 18 shots is not a great amount of... It is back again. Of ammunition. I don't know where she is. It sounds like she's up ahead of us. She won't go through these doors, though she will stare at us through them. Although I think if she was on the other side of this door, and we got too close, she would go hostile, and then she will go right through doors to get us. Oh, no, don't. It's too late. I started the reload animation. Can I? Okay, cancel it. We have 5 bullets with this magazine, not allowed to reload.
Where are the dogs hiding?
Any day now. There we go. There's no reason to at least... Yeah, we leave any of this stuff here. We'll take both of those with us. Guess we'll bring the cart with us as we explore down here. There's that mushroom dog that's back again. Let's let it know that we are aware of it. See if we can get anything unique from it. We got bioscrap last time. Hey! Mushrooms and a peccary chop. Mushrooms are obviously a new food for us. I don't think we've seen them before.
There has been a complete containment failure. Please make your way to defense sector by any means available. Have an efficient and productive day.
You cannot break down mushrooms, so we can't get bioscrap from them until they expire. We don't need another flashlight. We already have 2 left over. Oh, not going in that way. Where does this take us? It's been a while since I've gone through the back areas of this lab. Oh! This is another way to get to the trade station for the wheat for gems. Interesting. We will want to kill that breacher. Breachers are a good way to get shotgun ammunition at this point in the game, assuming you're able to kill them without using such yourself. Oh, wow, and we went through 64 rounds of ammo almost already. We are basically out of our pistol ammo. You do chew through ammo very quickly, obviously, as you can see, when using the SMG. But I knew that going into this. Hey, another knife. Although, to be fair, we'll keep using our spear. I'll take another one with us. That is a containment bot over there that's active. Let's get this guy. Woo! He took a ton of damage. I kind of wish I could get the Breacher's armor. They do drop their helmets, which weigh a ton. But also, sometimes headshots will ricochet. It's a good way to stop yourself from taking big damage if you do get smacked in the face. Well, that seems empty. We've already used it. Inventory's still looking pretty good. Oh, I forgot. We did pick up this cool rat pack last episode, too. I really like the look of this, even though it's probably not so practical to continue using this going forward. We will very soon learn another recipe for a backpack that has the same amount of space, but also has a good amount of weight reduction and will provide resistance to radiation, assuming you put any radioactive materials in it. We're not getting this up the ladder, though. Okay, well, we have inventory space. Oh, wrong way.
Where is it?
I went this way last time and got only what was inside that room. We didn't go upstairs, so we're going to do that. I also want to get more rebars. Oh, we'll take the free antigem. Could always use more circuit boards. Enough salt that we won't have to worry about going to Flat Hill again for a tiny bit. We don't need any normal monitors, and probably shouldn't for quite some time. The highlighting of things you can stare at is kind of new to me. Originally, you would just walk up to something, and you might get an analyze.
Fascinating.
And sometimes it's the only way for you to learn how to make certain things. In this case, the research pack is now available to us, which is exactly what I was talking about earlier when it comes to packs. It is the same size. It's the same size as our current rat pack, offers more reduction, and reduces the radioactivity of items that we have inside of it. But we don't have any antivirus gel, and we can't make carbon plating yet.
Dr. Derek Mance, Cascade. Report on the escape of IS-012. It seems 012 talked one of the new security staff into letting it out of high containment. Exactly how it did this is unclear, but we found it, the creature, eating in the break room an hour later. What point it was trying to make is equally uncertain, but this cannot be allowed to happen again.
Do we know what 102 is? We do not. I don't know if we actually will find out what 102 is. Which could also mean, some people speculate, it might be us.
We were on the cusp of understanding it. So much knowledge lost. The Exor have secrets. Things we can barely even guess at. There is a force at work in their world. Something we haven't seen. But its effects are everywhere. If only we knew how to read it.
So there's some sort of higher life form, perhaps, guiding the Exor? Reminds me of that giant creature. Oh no, that was not the so okay, so hold on. My mind immediately stopped. I wanted to talk about something, then it corrected itself. Like, wait, no, that's wrong, Tim. But we should still mention what I'm trying to get at. Back in the original Half-Life, the what are they called now? The aliens that shoot the lightning at you. I forget what they're even called. It just left my head at the moment. The giant creature at the end of Half-Life 1, the boss. I thought for a few seconds that thing was the thing that made those creatures and was sending them into our war to fight, but that's not. One of those sentences is true. It was sending them to our world to fight, but it did not create them initially. Oh, locked door? Okay, well, we'll fix that. Oh, wow. Poor order. Have a base they set up, medical stations up here. Try to save some of their troops, but it didn't work out for them. Lasers! Lasers in this game don't insta-kill you. There you go. You just take a little bit of damage very, very quickly from them. And here's more antigel required. Okay, we're now out of ammo for that gun. I'll see if we can get some milk glands. And we need more leather. Whoa, what the heck what are you doing out here? We do need the bioscrap, so we'll take it. So we're not getting to the laser lab yet. Not until we learn how to make this stuff, which we won't for quite some time. That's another probably 3 to 5 episodes from now. That thing came out of this area. Some sort of server room, I'm guessing. Probably kept cold. Let's just scare this guy. Hey! Oh, he's not even scared of us. He knows I don't want to use ammunition on him. We already got the pack and we got his armor, so we don't need to kill any more of them. If this is the cold storage, we read that the some sort of crystal was brought here, potentially. Let's take a quick peek around, see if we can find it. If you have Lilac essences, by the way, you can drop them here to get the Grayab eye seeds. But as long as you didn't like plant the only Grayab, well, actually no, if you plant the first Grayab seed you get. You should always probably plant the first seed you get, if in case you don't find any others. Then break down the fruits that it grows, and you'll have plenty of them without needing to trade for them. Guess if you just ate all the fruit and then let the plant die, you'd be back here for more. You know the fire extinguishers we can get. Don't say no to some of what they have in storage. A power cell! I'll gladly take another extra power cell. Get that down into our radioactive storage container. And I guess it's back home for us. You haven't seen these things. Or these. Actually, yeah. Some sort of floating fungus here. Actually, I don't know if they're floating fungus. This is maybe a normal type of mushroom. They don't have roots, right? Mushrooms have something else that they use that are a little bit like roots, but they're not called that. The function is different, I think. Looks like a carbuncle with a mushroom instead of the normal tentacle-like mouth. We don't know what these are at all. Some sort of weird insect. I hear the Layak again. Or I thought I heard it. Alright, that was all for the ground floor of this place. We still have upstairs to explore, so we're not done here. Alright, Tim, what can you talk about? Why do I like this game so much? Early on, I was making quite a few mistakes in the game. I didn't understand many of the different options that were available to me. So I probably played the game like most people would the first time around, using weapons to break down bits and what have you, like computer parts, using like the desk legs, running around not knowing that like a vacuum cleaner would be very good, not making a platform cart and running stuff back and forth, not quite understanding how cooking worked at all, not realizing I could even boil water until like several hours had passed in the game. As I began to experiment with the various things here in the game, I began to have an appreciation for how some of these things can make your life easy in this game. And I like that in games because it rewards you for experimentation. And in this game, I really enjoy that. It feels good to know what to do effectively. And it's fun to experiment. Oh, do we have no chains at all? Where? I think you're coming down from hydroponics, you are. Hello. So if it didn't drop any chains anywhere, then we don't have chains in any of the chests that are around us. I thought that's kind of weird. Unless it doesn't have range to the chest I want those to go to. I thought they were in here. We have no chains at all! Okay. We have no chains. The combat is fun. I like the various different weapons. I kind of wish, once again, as I mentioned I think several videos ago, that I could upgrade certain weapons with some sort of materials so that they kept their usefulness all throughout my run, as opposed to dropping certain weapons or armor suits for other things. Let's see. I guess we'll use up the last of our anti-juice there. Hold on. Fill these pots. Let's go ahead and get something cooking. Let's see. What can we make? I think we have all of this. An arm, a leg, and a heart. Arm, a leg, and a heart. Uncooked A&L Mega Stew. Alright, while we're back home, let's keep moving the stuff we looted into our supplies. Take a look and see if we can replenish any of our ammo. Alright, we need to get this stuff away, too. Get those mushrooms. Can we, at this point in the game, make a different type of refrigerator? I know we have steel. No, we don't! Steel cable. We don't have any steel cable? Wow! Okay, I wasn't expecting to have none of that. That means we need to hit the train again. Okay, let's see. So we have some more shotgun ammo. Let's get that over here. Blow through pistol ammo very quickly. But this is one of the reasons why we did all the farming that we did. Normally, at this point in the game several patches ago, our SMG would already have no durability. Just using it on about 4 or 5 enemies degraded it completely. Which is why people in particular used to complain about the amount of like repair kits that they would need. But they have since obviously changed that. Let's make one more type of soup while we're here. I like having variety. Do we know how to make anything that takes mushrooms? Let's see. Oh, we do. Here we go. We need a super tomato. Oh, we have some of those already. So we need a super tomato, a heart, and a mushroom. I do not think the order at which you put them in matters. Let's be careful, Tim. Don't you dare put your pistol in there. Double checking. Yep. Hearty stew. Okay. We should be able to use the restroom and get some more poops. Let's do that really quick. As long as it's at, I think, 50%. I think it's basically guaranteed. I don't think it matters where you end this minigame at. Like, which symbol. Hold on. Let me make sure I word this correctly. You don't have to land on the smaller green symbol to do it. The yellow symbol is perfectly fine. The difference between them... Oh my goodness, Tim. You're rambling. The difference between them is only the amount of meter that gets decreased. I don't think hitting the smaller one increases the likelihood that you get output, as it were. Okay, well, we have some time. let's head over to the office now. We'll take the teleporter to get back there somewhat reasonably quickly. I went the wrong way. And we'll go into the 2 sealed off areas. Oh! Yes, you can make it to... sorry. I was thinking, like, can I make it to both of them? What about the one that's tricky to make it to? No, I should be able to do a bit of crazy jumping. If nothing else, we can just go to our main base and make a ramp. Actually, why don't we do that just to be safe? It seems like just yesterday I was here in manufacturing. Maybe when a... No, don't do that. Shut up, Tim. Shut up. Think about what you want to say and how you want to phrase it. Right, what else can we talk about? What else about this game do I like very much? I like the weapons for the most part, although I do feel some of them need a slightly bigger magazine. I wouldn't mind having a 10 or 12 magazine on the pistol, and instead of 18 rounds on the SMG, I really feel it wants 30 rounds. At the very least, it should have like 24. When Gordon Freeman used the SMG or the assault rifle, I guess it is an SMG, not an assault rifle. But I'm used to seeing, like, what was it in the original Fallout? It had 30 rounds. We can just leave it there. In most games, they have more than just 18. Okay, we should be able to make... I think we have wood here. I have no wood. Alright, then forget it. We gotta do this without any assistance. Both are located over by the elevator to Flat Hill, with one being on this floor and the other one being on the 3rd floor. I kind of wish there was more of these. Like, I wish there was a rank 3 or even 4 sealed door that you'd have to remember is over here, and it would have nothing of critical importance in it. Nothing that, say, you need. I wanted to see what position it ended in. I thought it was going to give me like a hands up type of thing. I just want... I'll grab the heart too. We will use our teleporter to go back home this time. I forgot that we actually had the teleporter when we went over to the adjustment wing, which is why we didn't use it. We'll kill this one too. Man, that's a finely sculpted behind these aliens have. They really do a lot of walking. Legs meant for walking? Was that is that like a song name, I think, or something? There's an invisible one here. I hate when this happens. I hate invisible X-Wars. As long as we're in the area, we're gonna grab more slushies. I love that. I love that sometimes your dollar just doesn't work. And sometimes that's multiple times. It's just like real life. Though to be fair, in this day and age, slushies are more than $1, I'm pretty sure. Like a single packet of Skittles is $2 flippin' in a vending machine. I remember when they were like 50 50 cents back in the 80s. And soda, even like a bottle of soda wasn't $1. My goodness, so too expensive these days, viewer. Oh, I accidentally put another one in. Guess we're gonna grab another slushie. You don't see me. Okay. Take the excuse to be able to level up a bit more of our accuracy. Alright. What have we got in here? Oh, an unbloodied picture. Look at this. Hey, Brainiac. You remember where you are? The Gate Cascade Research Facility is a gatekeeper operational zone. Gatekeepers are friends, but give way to operators. Remember, personnel in the facility are exposed to risk, including physical harm. Something fire, spatial displacement. I can't read the rest of it. And mental distress. And then there's something small right down there. I can't read. Ooh! Very pretty forest painting. Remember all that wood I was going to throw away? I ended up using 4 stacks of wood recently. Off screen. Oh, look at this picture. Come with us. Two power cells. And a Symphonist chest. We don't have a key for this, though. We'll have to come back for this. Since we're kind of close to the other door, we will go ahead and go there now, too. Yes! Strength 12. 15 is the maximum. For all of our stats. No talking. I like the different enemies in this game as well. I do wish some of the creatures could attack in melee by, like, as we do, like moving and being able to swing. I feel that would make some of them much more difficult. Now this is the hop. Can we make it up here somehow, Tim? No, we need something to help us get up there. Anything we can deploy will work. This will work if we can get this. Land on top of it, though. There we go. And I like whoever was inside this place. Look at all the ammunition. And a gate security crate. We still can't open those. We haven't found a single one of those keys, but I will gladly take all the ammo. Including all the delicious buckshot. 29 rounds of it. Sure, we'll just take everything with us. And more glue. Okay, let's go home. Perfect. We brought back exactly enough screws to fill that stack and not be over. Go ahead and recharge our teleporter. Sounds like our soup is done. Oh, we have slushies. Where will those go? Put them down here. As long as they're within range of our crafting station. That's all we need. Okay. We have a cool new portrait. We have 2 of them, actually. I think we'll put this one near us. I hear the Lyak. I hear it. The first time I encountered the Lyak, I keep calling the Lyak. The Lyak, I think, is how it's pronounced. I just ran from it. And when I was brave enough to return, it was already gone. Then I discovered you can just stare at it. And it wasn't so dangerous at that point. So I can make it dangerous by walking just a little closer. Here's our current stats, by the way, if you're curious how well we're doing or not doing. Okay. A creepy picture. Should probably go over here near the Symphonist chest. We have more ammo. We brought back 26 rounds from that excursion. Guess we'll bring a whole nother stack with us. We have enough shotgun ammo that we can get... Oh, I guess we can use this for a little bit. I guess we'll leave our grinder behind for a tad. Okay. Reload our weapons. This is reload ammunition for the shotgun. Whenever you reload it, including one single round, you have to load all rounds into the shotgun. All 6. Even if you were down just 1 round. I said the same thing a second time. I hate that I do that.
You know what they say, buy low, sell high.
Okay. I like bringing full stacks of ammo with me. There's no reason not to do so. But not the Magnum rounds. When I run out of these, I want to know that I should put this back and farm some of that ammo instead. Okay, let's grab a slight nap. Get something to eat, drink, and then off we go. Back to the adjustment wing. Okay. I don't know why I said that so high-pitched. Let's go ahead and head on over there. Unless, is there anything else we can make? Or want to bring with me? We are kind of lightly armored, by the way, at this moment. I see with my 29. But we are being weighed down quite a bit by a radiation vest. Can we make any other armor? I did kill another Symphonist when I was over there. And I got some actual organs, too. I think we'll make a few pieces of this armor. Who's gonna get it? Let's see. I do not like the look of the Symphonist armor, but I like the complete set bonus. We will go ahead and equip it when we complete all the pieces of it. We also need to make the very first set, as some of these pieces are used to craft the later ones. And we'll go ahead and make, I guess, the legs as well. I guess we'll just mention what the full set bonus is. You always emit a little bit of fog, which may seem like a weird benefit.
There has been a complete containment failure.
But it means that if you are using the fog lantern, your stamina is greatly, whenever you use stamina, the amount consumed is greatly reduced, which can be very nice for using two-handed weapons, for example, or if you like to sprint everywhere. It also makes you a bit floaty, just a bit, but it's enough that you'll notice it when you jump, for example. I don't believe you can jump any greater distance. You'll still take damage from falls, but you won't fall as quickly, and you can jump slightly further when jumping. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's just go back out there. Oh, yeah, out there again. We cannot make that new pack yet. We'll go back to the adjustment wing and explore the upper floor. We're doing the whole explore one area entirely before going to someplace new. That's another thing I like about this. There's a whole lot to see in the game. I wouldn't have expected even half of this in most games made today by like AAA studios. Not that I've really played a whole lot of those. So I am really impressed with the amount of stuff that there is to do in this game, explore in this game, the variety that is present in the game. And I guess this is like a plug, and the game's only like, I think, 24 bucks? It's really good. I'm really happy with this. Alright, we have to re-kill a bunch of the enemies we killed earlier. No problem. Or rather, these are different enemies, right? I wouldn't mind having more quills. We want all the quills we can get. As long as we're killing these guys. We'll take them. Plus any capacitors, assuming some of these guys are back. They are not, okay. Alright, so let's go upstairs. Oh, and I should really be looking to get another beehive. I didn't bring the bee suit with me, though, so that will have to be something I do later. That's pretty much death if we attack that without a beekeeper suit. Arguably a waste, since we could kill him without too much difficulty, but it's really fun to use the shotgun. Grab all the ethanol we can. We definitely want more salt. Most kitchen stuff we want, test tubes included. Can we wash ourselves? Always check the maintenance access. What secrets are back here? Boxes. We do want the rebars. I am going to start leaving stuff on the ground. I don't care if the game cleans up or not. We won't be up in this area too often. In other words, it won't annoy me to see trash lying on the ground. Do you need more fire extinguishers? Oh, we were down there earlier. Last episode. That's the shoulder spikes that the composers have. Always check your vents. Was that the only vent? Looks like there should be another one here. No. Oh! I see lots of boxes we want. I wonder why I spent all the chains on. We have a small, literal stack of trash. Let's drop a few more things I know we don't need. Way back when, it used to be that stuff would drop and then it would bounce amongst other things. And when you killed an enemy, instead of everything dropping to the ground where you had killed the enemy, and it basically having some heft to it, the stuff would fly in all directions like a piñata, and you'd have to go hunt it down from where it flew. Sometimes it would go like off the, not off the map, but like if there was like a void, like if we killed the creature here, that stuff would go flying away into the distance. I very much like the new way that stuff is dropped by monsters when killed. Hey, stop that. You see I'm busy getting a capacitor? You've been here before? Faster way to get, I suppose, up to the second floor. Speaking of which, let's keep exploring more of this. What else, Tim? What else do you like about this game? You know, 'cause I like the music. It seems very appropriate, although some of it is forgettable. I do like some other bits of it, though. It's not so forgettable. I like the arcade machine music. The Unfortunate Spaceman one in particular. I like listening to that. I actually downloaded it, so I can listen to it whenever I would like. The nighttime music seems appropriate. Sometimes it's not creepy, but it's very atmospheric. The sound effects all are, for the most part, very good. There's only a few ones I don't like. And by don't like, I just mean,
Lotaeri.
they are somewhat forgettable. I think it's interesting that the enemies say, "You will return," when some of them fall over. As if they are respawning, instead of, like, new ones being placed here. It could be that well, no, that's not. I was about to say that this entire place is like a portal world, but that can't be the case, because the resources don't rematerialize in this area. For our ammo needs, we will probably be spending some adventures using military weapons and others without using a single one of them, since it lets me switch whether or not I'm bringing the metric arm wraps with me. Now, we were up there earlier. I think we're down here yet. That's a nasty surprise.
We shall annul thee.
Another email terminal. What's in this one? Kiz stickers? Who keeps putting these Kiz Cola stickers all over the place? That'll be Dr. Stern. He's been using the Decal printer in the labs. He's a big fan of the drink. Is this kind of obsession one of the side effects when drinking Kiz? This kind of obsession is one of your side effects of being Dr. Stern. If you didn't want people to drink it, you shouldn't have left it in the hallway. Look, Petra, I think we've been clear about this, or as clear as we can be about Jura-level subjects. It has decided it lives there. We destroyed an entire hallway, and just moved to a new one. If we demolished every office-like hallway in Australia, it would probably just turn up in New Zealand. The safest course is to let it stay where it is, educate people on its effects, and discourage use. Good luck educating Dr. Stern. I'm a fan of soda myself, so this wouldn't work for me if it tasted really good. Shouldn't exist. I reviewed the results of 0169, and I think they're correct, but I just don't see how it's possible. What specifically? Where do I start? The material is immensely strong. Nothing we've got can break it. It's some kind of phosphorus alloy, according to spectrography. But it weighs nothing. It's like it's not even there. No space-time presence at all. Almost as though it's only partially in this dimension. Have you had a chance to study 0052? Not yet, but this is different. If you push it, it just moves until it hits something. Zero friction, zero inertia. It's a piece of something, I'm sure of it. Some kind of vehicle? Am I to take it, Varsha, you think you found a piece of a spaceship? Actually, yeah. It's out there, but as a hypothesis, it fits all the observable results. I just wish I knew more. Get used to that feeling. We haven't seen this thing before. The fragment. Get rid of it. Oh, this is the table again. I don't think we unlock any other information about it, but we'll click on this.
Enemy!
Sorry, Mr. Pathetic. We are killing you. I want that. We just used a ton of, what's it called? Military electronics to make our arm wrap, so we need more of them. Gladly go take a free antivirus gem. Was there a Dr. Mans in this room? There is. Hello, Dr. Mans.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting, Research Director. We've had an interesting development. Some kind of spore has overgrown the entire entrance of the vacuum chamber. Given the range of material tested in there, it's impossible to know how it happened, and it spreads fast, to a point. But we found a way to remove the growth. One of Lenora's crew brought material back from a fungal region in Antiverse 2. A gel of sorts that can be combined with basic reagents to create an exceedingly high-temperature reaction. It dissolves this particular growth almost instantly. Harnessing the entropy delta is all well and good, but retrieving it from the Antiverse isn't exactly easy. The place makes hell look like Club Med.
A little hint that the place is considerably hot. We'll grab a few cool looking plants for our hydroponics area. Ah, I want another clock. We don't need any more CPUs. We actually should probably drop some normal CPUs. We just don't need that many. I guess I don't need as much glue. Definitely want the fire extinguisher. Alright, looks like that's all that in this area. And that, I believe, ends the adjustment wing, viewer. We've now... Oh, not quite, sorry. Not quite. Although we are filled up on stuff. I guess, though, we can continue to explore a little more. We just have to make some hard choices about what we're keeping and not keeping. We can't take any... Well, we can take the stuff we care about from these. That's off limits if we don't want to activate the bot. Can we get around it? No, we'll have to run past the bot.
Dr. Yannick has taken another incredible leap forward. I confess some of the mathematics elude me, but the fact remains he appears to have instantiated a temporarily stable perforation, not just in space, but in time. There is no ethics committee that could advise us here. We are off the map.
Is that the train that he's done that with, I wonder? I'm not gonna like this very much, but we're gonna do it. It's not running, so it doesn't know where we went. But I'll wait here for a tiny bit. Okay, we'll risk going up there. Okay, cool. Now we're done with the entire adjustment wing. Let's go ahead and head back home. We still have a little bit of time left over for the day. Maybe we'll just head over to the Durek containment. But first, let's get our stuff put away. We have another clock. We'll put this one on the wall there. We have some cool plants. I like having a little variety of the potted plants over here too. Well, that's rather pretty, I think. Okay, let's break down some of this crap we brought back with us. Making sure I don't accidentally smash our shotgun. As we're home, we have the excuse to reload our weapons. Okay, good. They all are reloaded. Let's make a few more frost grenades while we're home. And then we'll head back out. Well, after we take care of a few of our needs. So we should probably take a nap. No talking during the nap. I don't talk during my naps usually. We'll need something to eat. We are very thirsty. But not thirsty enough to have a kid's soda. Okay, should be good. We do not need these discs on us. So why don't we explore the rest of the elevator room? We'll walk around and see what's around in the other holding cells here. So we have 2 or 3 floors above us. 1, 2, 3. Oh, one of them, though, is the adjustment wing. I guess we can go this way. We can see what's now beyond this chamber. All the yellow paint hints this is the direction that we're supposed to go in. Another refrigerator. Free tomato and potato. We don't need them, though. We're okay when it comes to that sort of stuff. We'll leave that here. Normal XOR. Remember, they can't see through that type of glass. Oh, you're going to be annoying. I always always want capacitors from you. Seems like there's a good amount of radiation in this entire chamber. I want your quills. Might as well grab your heart, too. Yeah, that entire hallway's filled with radiation. Good thing we had a little bit of that anti-rad first. Okay, well, I don't want to have to come up here and fall down that hole all the time, so we will. Open up the security door. Oh, these are new. So these, well, there could be things inside of them. They hold the same thing that normal lockers possess. But we can package these now. Interesting, you weren't able to before. We want to bring one of these back home with us. No, we'll leave them here. It's good to know that we can take them if we so desire. You know, we don't need that heart. And for the other side of Derek containment, we have the key. Or rather, the keypad has a proper authorization to open that door. This looks, however, very important. So we'll do this in the next episode. We'll explore the rest of this in this one. Okay, so that's the adjustment wing again. We've already explored everything on that side. The Sanct was the glowing crystal, which is no longer there. So what's on this side first? IS-0014. Cannot be harmed. It's completely impervious to all damage. Time related. Time break. Let's read about these as we get to them. Oh, if we can find it in my list of things. Sanct, IVTL, invulnerable, time locked or something. It is essential to personnel safety that all research into IS-0014 remains non-contact until further notice. Bringing any physical items or objects into close proximity with the subject is prohibited. Personal physical contact with the subject must not occur. Observe a perimeter of at least 3 feet from the subject at all times. Non-evasives or EM study is permitted, but appears almost entirely ineffective. I think we read about this device. One of the scientists had tried to touch it and then was unable to move for about 20 minutes after getting very close to it, but unable to bring himself to actually physically contact it. IS-069. That is the piece of machinery that we just read about, right? The spaceship stuff. Or thing. The fragment. Recovered from a cave in rural Exmoor, England, IS-069 cannot be marked or damaged in any way. Essentially massless, it moves with near-zero inertia, lacking any kind of space-time presence. Presumably a fragment of some larger object, Gate currently has no actual or theoretical framework for this item. Can we open the door? We cannot. The first time I went through here, by the way, viewer, with my first character, I refused to even consider opening any door or walking into any cell. I refuse to do it. This time around, we will do so. It might prove dangerous, but, well, we'll do it for science. A salutis cannot be contained. Immune to all damage. Friendly. I still don't know what this symbol means. can't open this door. Looks like a super big painting to me. Sometimes you'll only pick up information about the thing by getting into the room. It looks like that won't be the case for IS-42. Crucius. Very dangerous. Hostile. Invasive. A composer. Looks like it tried to get out unsuccessfully. And this is what we're hearing making the sound. We cannot open this containment door, and I don't know if I would want to anyway. It might, even though we might be freeing it, it would still prove to be very hostile and it's indestructible. Note that it's missing its shoulder horns. This is the one that I believe they experimented on. That's all for this level. Another thing I like about this game is that although there are parts of game like Don't Starve where we always have the clock to worry about. In this game, I like that about Don't Starve, but also it makes it so that I don't feel like I can stop and appreciate things in that game. I'm always worried about running out of time, and I always feel if I'm not being the most efficient that I can be, I'm wasting time in that game. In this one, we don't have that restriction, not all the time at least anyway. Which is both bad, because, well, then we can be... It's not as much of a panic to survive, but it does mean that we can appreciate things in the game and spend time doing what we're doing right now, just walking around and examining things. Which I do like. So it's a bit of a... But both games, there's an appeal to both aspects of this for various types of survival games. I think this means it is super aware... Hyper-aware, or like, I can't pronounce the word I want to use. Omniscient? She'll be on our level. I think. There she is. Let's have her go away, and then we can safely maybe examine that thing, whatever it is.
Power services for today will be stopping momentarily. If you have any specimens outside of containment, return them immediately. Have an efficient and effective evening.
ISO 0513. Ow! That's one. Can we get in the room? Can we at least stand near the door? We don't want to even look at it. So I wish that the moment we saw it, our character would begin attacking relentlessly the door automatically with whatever they had. This is the hate-inducing table. There it is. What have we got on this side? Since we are running out of time, viewer, I guess we should probably not explore the uppermost area. Friendly, and we can harvest something from it. That's a plant! Or a fungus, and we cannot open this door. That's weird. Why can't we open the door? So we should be allowed to open that door. I don't ever remember it being locked like that before. We must have to make some more progress in the game before we're allowed to go in that door. Maybe something we interact with now unlocks all these doors. Live fire zone. Do not enter without clearance. Do you see those lights? Those are attached to automated guns. And those are very dangerous, so we will not go that way. The red light means don't you dare go through this area. huge fungus in here. Reminds me of what we saw earlier with that one small portal room down in manufacturing that led to the office space where we had done the initial tutorial. A crucius over here. Omniscient elemental hazard? I don't still know what that means. Oh, amnesia threshold. That looks like a guillotine to me. What number is this? 0017. It's not a soup, Tim. Containment protocols. Access to IS-0017 is granted only by express permission of Immurement Manager T. Anderson. Personnel granted access are forbidden to pass through IS-0017. Any gate staff determined to have breached these provisions will be subject to formal disciplinary proceedings, regardless of their mental state or recollection of events. Any investigation into the function of IS-0017 must conform with these protocols. We'll read a little bit more about it later, although I will discuss it now. I always find something like this to be interesting. Do you guys remember Planescape Torment? There was someone who wanted to forget everything that they knew so they could experience things again for the first time. And you could bring him like these frozen shards of the river Styx, and when consumed, it would have that effect. That device works in that way. You can focus on, I think, a certain event, and you would, or maybe like a time, and you would forget everything related to it. Kind of a neat thing to actually use, but they don't want you, gate staff doesn't want people taking advantage of it. I'm not quite sure if it would be, say, I'm sure there are, once again, there are benefits to forgetting about, as before, what I'm hinting at is that there are benefits and penalties, perhaps. Which is not, I didn't say anything as before in this regard, but if you could forget something very painful, something that you had lots of trouble getting over, for me it was induction therapy. I break down in tears whenever I remember it for longer than a few seconds. In fact, let's change the subject. It would be so useful to not ever remember it, because I could function without having to have those painful memories. But those painful memories are also super important to have. Okay, don't stop. Okay, we have to change the subject. Alright, so maybe let's do one more day. Let's do one more day. We'll make this a super long one for you guys, and we'll explore more of the Duric containment. Let's see, so we should get something to drink and eat. And we have to use the bathroom. We should leave some output. Oh, that's right over here. Oh, I meant to change the welcome mat. I mean, I am glad I'm welcome to sit on the toilet by me, who put it there. But I want it painted a different color. This goes here. My paints are over here. Okay, we're all good. I guess we'll repair ours. Actually, can we make anything else? We should also always repair our metric arm wraps if they're even slightly damaged. Actually, hold on. That's not true. I said something really wrong there. So, if these are completely destroyed, as we saw in an episode ago when we died thanks to being warped into a wall, and we saw how items can be completely destroyed with a red line between them, we would still benefit from the effect of allowing us to use basic military weaponry, or at least I was able to in the past. The only thing we would not benefit from is the very low amount of armor, which is...
Alert. There has been complete. Containment failure. Please make your way to defense sector by any means available. Have an efficient and effective day.
2 armor is arguably not very worthwhile. So, I suppose if you have the leftover military electronics, sure. But if you're down to like 10, it probably isn't worth repairing it. Because the only reason I have this equipped is so I can use these guns, not for any armor benefit it has. Can we make a tech scepter? What do we need? An energy brick? Probably refined carbon. It looks like it would probably use a rebar and quantum glass. Let's make 5 of these. I like having a few extras on hand. Actually, we might as well make 10. I'm sure we'll use more of these in the future.
Air quality alert. Absolute humidity exceeding nominal levels. Dehumidification in progress.
Well, this changes things, viewer. I want to hunt down at least one symphonist. We can kill it with what we have. I don't need to have my shield. But I hate knowing my shield now is over in our old base. We can just walk there, get the shield, and go hunting today. I'll gladly take another fog day. It's been a while since we had one of these, and it's been a while since we've fought the Symphonist. Can we drive over there? By the time we get the car, we could have ran there successfully, but we'll drive. Hopefully the car won't kill us again. I have our teleporter on my hotbar, so we have a chance to not die. We do get teleported somewhere. It takes a great deal more than 2 hits with a vehicle, by the way, to kill the Symphonist if you do try to run it over. Alright, not a whole lot of talking today. We're going to try to make it a little spooky. I'm kind of hoping they add other creatures to this weather effect. Wouldn't mind having like something that flies in the fog. It'd be kind of fun to fight. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think there's any flying enemies. I don't remember seeing any so far in the game. It seems kind of odd to me. But I suppose pathing might be a little tricky. I feel like as you get further in your explorations of the laboratory, that the Symphonist should get stronger. The bleeds it afflicts you with should become heavy bleeds, for example. Alright. We haven't moved the Scarecrow over to our new base. Our new base will not be attacked by Symphonists, not normally. Sorry, that made me panic. I hit the wrong button. Ooh, that's an Exor. Don't Do it. Sometimes one spawns over here to the left. There it is. This is a dangerous area to fight us because it could pick us up and throw us off the ledge, but we'll go ahead and fight it here for the excitement, I suppose.
Stop!
I think the grab is actually bugged. I have not seen it successfully grab me, even when I'm right next to the creature. I kind of want it to do so. There we go. Yeah, it's bugged. Okay, so it can no longer grab us.
Stop!
We're dying, actually. Gotta block high. That leap attack. Ooh, we don't want it to go into the wall. Okay, we'll take a head and some porcelain shards. Yeah, 6 rounds reloaded, not just 5. Alright, let's go home, repair the shield, and then we'll go. Actually, we can just go home this way. I just wanted to make sure we got one of them, so I know which areas they spawn in over there. And do we want to use the head for a scarecrow? Or should we trade it for a key? We need one more organ, which we'll get from the next chest we open. Ooh. Wrong. I thought she would come from a different direction. Any day now. There we go. Shards go into creature bits. Let's get our teleporter. Since we're at home, I'd like to think we would count bullets to refill that magazine. And now, we'll head back on out. We will keep the shield with us, at least at the moment, in case we meet another Symphonist. Speaking of the shield, hold on, it needs to be repaired. Wrong place, Tim. I do so enjoy the Symphonist fight. I feel it needs to do a little more damage, to be honest. Since, well, then again, maybe that's just a me thing. I'm sure it gives other people more difficulty. I'm just used to fighting it. I've spent entire fog days just hunting it down to kill them over and over and over again so I could get keys, since earlier was the only way to get them. There was no trader who would trade you a key for a Symphonist head. We need to sprint past the radioactive waste. Alright. Let's see what we have down here. Oh, the music's supposed to change. The fog, I think, is ruining this. ISO 155. That's either a crystal or... No, that's a fungus or something. Or a plant. We can gather something from it, but we're not allowed to open the door here. Or it can be harvested. It is located only here, is what that dot means? I wish I knew what that meant. Athela! Incredibly super dangerous monster. Can hear. Reacts to sound. Aggressive. Elemental damage, I think is what that means. We can make out something there, but we can't quite make out what it is. We'll have to come back here with something else to help us see it. The fog is what's ruining it, actually. If this was not foggy weather, it'd be a little easier. Hello? That's a gun. 0099. Only one of it? Or, yeah, I guess this means there's only one of it. Only one of it. Elemental damage? Still don't know what that means. A Sanct. Antique shotgun. .099. Containment protocol. Observe storage protocols for IS-0099. As with any conventional firearm, separate the subject from easily accessed ammunition. Oh, they talk like this is alive. Always treat the subject as if it was loaded. Do not point it at anyone. Oil and clean it regularly. And test fire carefully, wearing ear and vision protection. Additionally, when test firing IS-0099, ensure no personnel are present within a 50-meter radius, and no valuable or sensitive machinery, stores, equipment, weaponry, infrastructure, architecture, or strategically significant material is present. It's a long sentence. Within a 30-degree arc, extending 2,500 meters downrange. Holy crap! It sounds like this thing is more like a cannon. And we can take it. But I generally don't like taking these immurement subjects if I don't need to. So I'm just going to leave this here. I can tell you a little bit about it, since one of my brothers decided to use it for a little bit. It's a 2-round shotgun, as you see, and I believe it does as much damage per shot as our Romag does. But the Romag, though, requires you maybe getting a little lucky to get it to drop from one of the breachers. This is guaranteed to be located here. It used to be that this was the only one of this you would ever get. So if you, like, lost it, dropped it, accidentally scrapped it, that was it. You wouldn't get another one of these. But they have changed things so that these things that you can only get one of, will respawn after, I think, 1 or 2 weeks of in-game time. ISO 235. That's a gate symbol. Something is growing on the wall there. And a VHS tape. I'm guessing it's the tape that's the subject. Can be harvested, can't be contained, invasive, toxic, or poisonous. Is that like, you think that's the Ring? The Ring VHS tape? An Ordo. Friendly. Only one of it. Some sort of art. Or like maybe a gauntlet or a crown? IS-0052. Sanct. Still don't know what that symbol is. Friendly. Affects gravity in some way, or is related to movement. Gravity dampener. What's this? 0052. Containment protocols. IS-0052 must be kept clear of gravitationally sensitive equipment, temporally dynamic systems, relativistic active research subjects, all preparation events. Any staff handling IS-0052 are required to wear heavy impact protective clothing at all times. If I don't need to take it, we'll leave it here. It certainly is very glowy. Crucius, very dangerous. Omniscient, reacts to audio, hostile, elemental damage, toxic. Something in a gas-filled tube. We're not getting into the inner wing. Not from this side, at least. Curie research. More webbing here, but we can't even access this webbing from this side. A tram goes down here. Observation. Don't take anything that you see here. Alright, what do you have to say about the art, Mr. Mans?
Dr. Mance, Cascade Facility. When people ask where we found IS-0172, I tell them the truth. It was recovered from a kebab restaurant in rural Turkey, where it was being used as a doorstop. The fact that it is, by a factor of tens, the oldest known manufactured object on Earth, forged from alloys not to be invented for another 1.7 million years, was irrelevant to the owner, who accepted in exchange 50 lira and a small rock. We are no closer to identifying its creators.
Pre-human artifact. I thought it was 0017 something. Is that not what it is? Where is it? Okay, forget it. We'll have to read about it more later. Dr. Stern! That's new. What are you doing here? Are you going to talk about this?
Hello? About now. This is Dr. Abraham Stern, concerning immurement procedures for IS-235. While I haven't had a tremendous amount of time with 235, certain phenomena would seem to suggest that our containment procedures are, well, they may be insufficient. The general attitude appears to be that 235 is a harmless curiosity, but close examination of the videocassette tape in which it currently abides has revealed small, even exiguous amounts of a substance that concerns me considerably. I performed some preliminary investigations, basic classifications with Dr. Ross, but we were unable to determine whether the residue was biological or chemical or even solid, for that matter. Slightly embarrassing, but for the record, I recommend assigning someone to investigate this. Properly. Reasonably soon. Oh.
Tape wisp. Under no circumstances is the tape containing IS-0235 to be brought into contact with a videocassette recorder. It must not be played, viewed, or displayed. The subject is to be considered contained until further notice. Guess it's this above the head of this thing. What is... This looks familiar to me, this gentleman, somehow. And they have yet to add information about the Shadow Hopper. We'll come back and look at this in the future. I guess I'll tell you what this thing will look like when we actually can get a vision on it. I was hoping that would be something we'd have to worry about in the future, given how actually scary it looks. But because of the fog, we won't get a good look at it today.
I have had to secure IS-52 personally, following the latest abuse of containment procedures by staff in C-blocks. I understand fully well the attraction of jumping 3 times higher than normal, or floating gently down from the 3rd story of the megalift. But the gravity cube is not a toy. While I admit to a light skip as I carried it to its containment cell, it is a profound and unique disturbance in the space-time fabric of our universe. It's also quite glowy.
I agree with you, Dr. Mans. It will stay there unless we need it, though. It would be kind of neat if you needed to actually take some of these ISs to make progress through this area of the game. I think there was something else up here we could interact with. There was. Bard, or Biard containment. And there's no way we're making that jump. Not without some assistance. We have 2 choices. We can make a ramp, effectively, to go over this, or a bridge, using the platforms we can build. Or we can take the jump cube. I think they expect you to take this. So I think we will also do so. But we'll take it on our way. Actually, we can take it now. We have a teleporter to get us back to base. And we learned how to make a new trinket. The dangling gravity cube. Another live fire zone. The dead scientist in front of it, so we're not going this way. Antiverse 23, Helmholtz. Warning, ISO 102, the love potion, with a picture of a zombie there. Theory, DL Loc, orbital deviation, lab control center.
This is Dr. Mance. Studying the tensor dynamics of our perforation system, there's one particular thing I've noticed. It seems that the distension of the continuum has an attractive effect, locally. Which is to say, left unguided, portals will ground their exits near other portals. If they weren't so unstable, I'd be tempted to suggest this could be exploited as a way to travel rapidly around the facility. I can imagine what Dr. Thule would think of that, unless it meant getting his coffee quicker.
That's the gentleman who was mentioned earlier. Like, the labs, they lose all common sense the moment they find a new portal world. We can't get in there either. I feel like we don't have time to go and explore another containment block. We'll try to do this cautiously, but safely. ISO 151. You know what? We'll come back here. The fog ruins a bit of this area. I didn't realize how bad it would be. So let's just teleport back home. Leaving the Layak behind as well, which will despawn her. What do these do? Let's see. What does Hearty Stew do? Applies Bodacious. Slows hunger for a time. I don't know what Bodacious is, so we'll find out by drinking it next time. Okay. Let's take a nap and I guess prep for the evening. Haven't had a attack event, actually, in these past 3 days, which is a little... That is a little weird. Oh, we're short 1 health hypo. Should make another. I'm gonna keep messing up which one of these is the one I craft at now that I moved it. Okay, I guess we can do some cooking. We'll cook for the sake of cooking, to get some more cooking experience points. Oh, alright, let's make that new trinket. We can show you how it works. Or what it does would be the more appropriate thing to say. Let's see, so where is our... It's in gear. So we need the gravity dampener and an exquisite chain. There we go. And with it, as you can see, you jump much higher. You float a bit as well as you fall, but it does not prevent you from taking damage. So you have not too long until you start taking it. It's useful mostly to get you over things that are slightly higher or further, as you can see. But it is not useful as something to reduce the damage you take from falling. Don't use it for that purpose. You will not be happy with the result. You can also still break your legs when using it, which reminds me, I guess we will go ahead and use it for the next episode to get us across that one area. So we will use our bionic legs to help us with that. We're going to want a second fridge soon. We're going to need one to store ingredients and another to store cooked things. Like meals and what have you. Things that are ready to eat. Could probably go and try hunting down another symphonist. One doesn't spawn that close to the base that warrants putting up a statue. But there is one that spawns in a hallway away.
Power services for today will be stopping momentarily. If you have any specimens outside of containment, return them immediately. Have an efficient
How's our
disinfectant
cooking?
evening.
We need another 2,000 something experience points. Okay. I don't think we're allowed to cook arms, right? We can't cook these. No, we cannot. We could cook the hearts just to get some more experience points, but I think what we'll end up doing is maybe off screen I'll do a bunch of fishing. Okay, once this is done, we'll head out and try to see if we can hunt down a symphonist. Even if we don't see one, we can actually do some actual hunting, I guess. Speaking of which, I guess we don't need the bionic arm wraps at the moment. If we try to use weapons without it, that's the warning we'll get. I want the pistol. I want that experience points. I want to hang out near this. There we go. Okay, so you go over here. Oh, I have slushies in the refrigerator. It's kind of awkward. Why'd I do that? Okay, let's gear up for some late night fighting. So we want... Don't need all the bullets. Got really quiet. Got really quiet. Let's make some more ammo for our scrap shot. Alright, that should do. Let's head out there. One tends to spawn down this hallway. Oh, careful, Tim. I don't hear anything. If we hear fighting, that's a hint that one of the normal creatures is fighting the Symphonist. Another Magnum. We don't need another one though. We already have one extra.
Vamos a te.
There's a breacher in this area. If I all. Okay, so no Symphonist spawned. Let's go hunting. In the Sow area, we can cook all this stuff. Interestingly, I don't see us gaining any radiation here. There should be... We should be gaining it. I guess it's too many effects to happen at night. Both the night and the fog happening during this time is probably hiding the amount of rads we're picking up. Yeah, we just gained enough radiation to be sick. Is that all of them? Just four? Just 3 of them? Okay. Alright, let's go back to base then. And we'll just cook some more. And that will wrap us up. Viewers, thank you guys for watching. Let's see. So let's immediately start the cooking. This is being done just for the experience points, not so much for the food. And you cannot cook the sow skulls into anything. I was hoping that they would change the recipe so that any peccary skull would give you glue, but that is not the case. Alright guys, well, I guess that'll do it for us, so thank you all for watching. I might do some cooking related things off screen in order to try to get us to 10 cooking, so we can get ovens, which we're going to want sooner rather than later at this point in the game. And, well, if I do so, I'll let you know. Thank you guys again for watching. I'm babbling, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.